It's Week 9 of the National Football League.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the...
Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now Patterson to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Running the counter, Patterson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll run with Patterson. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, there's plenty of ball stuff in the maneuver on that run. Let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dugan. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to get this to about 2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, Dugan. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Dugan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on 3rd down, Henderson finding more on the out route for the completion. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is a
1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off play action. Henderson. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into the hands of London. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The Falcons at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless 1st quarter. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. A nice little juke. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Henderson. Got his man. It's London. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he gets in. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will jump on top of the game's 1st score here this afternoon. Point after try forthcoming. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Throwing on first down. Dugan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. He'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Operating from the gun, Dugan. And that is incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We've got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of this season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. To throw on second down. Henderson firing quickly here, and that's complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Henderson. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And caught by London. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to the ground now, Patterson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 1st and 10, Henderson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Henderson complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he's going to have the Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now here's a throw that's complete. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Henderson. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 14. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Operating from the gun, Dugan.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Palmer. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game. And this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Henderson
got London on the slant.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them.
Get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your down as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down, Dugan. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Dugan. That's brought in by Davis over the middle.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dugan. That is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Dugan.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind, because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the post.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Operating from the gun, Henderson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Dugan.
That's complete to Davis.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Dugan. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Dugan. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gabriel Davis there to make the grab.
And the Chargers are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. To throw on second down. Henderson working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On first down, Henderson.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the gun on third down, Henderson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo.
They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Dugan completes it to Davis.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
That play ended for a net loss by Jesse Bates.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Dugan.
Uncorks one for Davis. And this one is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. When the Falcons' defense stands tall, they'll get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that, because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Straight ahead, Patterson.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Again, Patterson shifts by him. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will hold at 10. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
So the Chargers now down by 10, a little over 50 seconds remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Looking to throw on second down. Dugan. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Atlanta, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.
shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game, too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for the Texans,
they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year.
And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5.
And they will be back home next week for... Just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for New Orleans, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.
starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They start on the ground here in Sanders. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Young. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And Lane slow in materializing there as he'll... And once again, this is Sanders. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much.
You've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 6 catches, 58 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's Patterson again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This pass is caught by London. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 6. Looking to throw. Henderson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Henderson. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenge. Here is Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Young now. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And out of bounds right around the 20. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
The Panthers at 2-7 now on the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning. But unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance. And they got it done.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing, Young. And he rifles one incomplete. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Young. This is caught. And he'll be down to have first down yardage. 23 yards on the play. Now here's Young.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He connected on all 5 of his throws on that opening drive and finished it with a touchdown pass as they begin here 1st and 10.
The drive. Henderson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here's a give to Patterson.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Henderson. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Throwing on first down. Henderson.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Henderson. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Touchdown, Falcons. Dawson Knox, 38 yards.
And the Falcons have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Koo now for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down.
Got exactly what they wanted out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd down, back to Sanders.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Young on 3rd down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Henderson
Over the middle, caught by London.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw. And it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Young looks to throw on 1st down.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1st down now with that clock rolling. Young forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Young to throw again on 2nd and 10.
Connection made with Shenault.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll throw again. Young.
And he's got Hurst as tight end.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10, Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Baker. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Young will set to throw.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Arnold Ebiketie
In there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
So we have reached halftime here, and an 11-point
halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Second half will start with a run by Patterson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw on 2nd.